Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick review of this Yakry 7-inch wired backup camera and monitor kit I bought off Amazon. Um, this has a 7-inch display and it comes with one camera. And there's a lot of different choices on Amazon, and so I decided to go with a 7-inch monitor. I thought it would be a good size. Plus, if I went any larger, I didn't want it to take up too much space on the dashboard or the windshield. But this camera I thought had a pretty good mix of features that I liked. So just before I get started, I'm going to turn it on. It comes with a cigarette lighter adapter that you can use that goes directly into the wires, the power wires. Of course, you could disconnect this from the cigarette lighter and run it directly into the fuse box, but I'll turn it on now so you can see it. So that's the first screen that comes up, and as you can see, it's got a pretty nice picture. Very nice. I think it's 150 is the, let's see, 150 is the angle, and this is the manual that comes with it. It comes with 2 extension cords for the camera. There are some wireless kits, but I didn't really trust wireless. I prefer to just run a wire. So it comes with 2 wire or 2 wires. One is 43 feet and one is 23 feet. And it comes with screws. It comes with a windshield mount. It comes with the mount that's seen here with 2 knobs on both sides, and this is what the windshield mount looks like. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use the windshield mount, but you can put the windshield mount there if you want. It comes with double-sided tape just in case you want to put the bracket on the dash, which I'm probably going to do. And of course you could just put screws in there too, but I don't want to put screws in my dash. But so right now I'm not using the extension cables. I'm just plugging the camera directly into the main harness. And so that's one of the things I like about this camera, is that you don't have to run a wire from your backup light, because the camera gets its power not from the backup light, but it comes with the cables that it comes with includes the power and the signal all on one wire, so you don't have to worry about that. It gets its power directly from the monitor. So it can take up to 2 cameras. So it comes with 1 camera, as you can see here, and then there's another input for a second camera. Another interesting thing about this, so that helps with installation. Another interesting thing about it is that they say that if you email their customer support team, that they'll give you a free second camera just for emailing them. So along with these other things they could give you, but I might go ahead and ask them to send me another camera just to see what happens. Maybe they'll send it to me, I don't know. But as you can see, it's nice that they offer 2 sets of wires depending on your situation. And I mean, it can go up to 24 volts. So I mean, it's very, very versatile, I think. So that's why I purchased this one. But as you can see, like I said, it should be pretty simple to install, because this, along with the extension wire that would go between the camera and the main harness, is pretty much all you got to do is run those 2 things. And it has a backup light signal wire, so if you wanted to run it off the backup light, you could, but it's only based on what the manual is saying. This is only if you have 2 cameras and you want the backup light to enable the camera that's connected to the rear of the vehicle. So for now, I won't use that because I only have 1 camera, which is all it's going to be showing at any given time. And I really don't want my camera to be on based on me putting it in reverse. I want it to be on all the time. So I can either turn it off here, or I could just turn off the cigarette lighter switch at any given time. So it seems like a pretty good idea for them to do it that way, but everybody's different. Some people might want it to be on the backup light. So other than that, I will put it in and see what happens next. Well, I found out that the monitor has a setting where you can turn it off and it can still be powered up by the accessory wire, and the blue wire, the trigger wire, will automatically turn the unit on. So therefore I can still turn the unit on if I want to, and if I don't want to turn it on, it'll automatically turn on with the reverse light on. So I'm going to remove this light and try to tap into the reverse light and then run a wire up to the front so that I can then have the unit automatically power on if I don't want to power it on otherwise, just for the reverse part. So, and then when I'm done, it should turn itself back off, but if I want to turn it back on, I can. So anyway, I'm going to start by removing this light and go from there. Now that I've got the light off, the reverse light is right here. I've got some cool little connectors here that I found on Amazon where you can put the wire in here on this side and actually clamp it down over the light, over the wire that you're wanting to clamp it down on, and it will, once you clamp it down, you can put the wire that you want to pull, that you want to put power to, in this part here, and it will power up that wire, and it's very nice and neat and clean, and you know, I prefer that over using these types of connectors. I mean, I can use these types of connectors, but I actually prefer this connector better. So I'll put a comment in, I'll put a link in the comment section so that you can, or in the description box so you can see that. But once I do that, then I should be able to get power from my reverse light and run it to the front. So I'll go do that now. So here's what the connector looks like after it's been connected. As you can see, it's tapped right into this wire here, and then I have my wire that I took from it right here. And I've also have a tool, it's a buzzer, basically it's a tool aid, looks like 25, is that 25500, and so this tool has a buzzer inside of it. And the idea is that if I'm testing a circuit, I can test the circuit by hooking it up to what I'm trying to test, and then if I need to go and activate it from inside the cabin, I can hear if it's actually, if the circuit is engaged or not, by just hooking it up to a ground and hooking it up to the positive of what I'm trying to test. This just basically makes sure that this connector is actually working before I go any further. So I'm just going to sit this right here and then go inside the cab and turn on the reverse, put it in reverse, and then if this buzzes, I know that I at least have power to my wire that I'm going to use for the okay, so now I'm in the vehicle. I'm going to put the vehicle in reverse and see if my buzzer goes off. Yep. Yep, so that shows that my circuit is working now, so I can move forward with installing it. And so now I have the actual monitor mounted here. I think it's a good place to have it here because it doesn't really impede the windshield too much, but at the same time I can still see it. Now I don't know what's going to happen with the sunlight in here, but I should be able to see it pretty comfortably. So now I'm going to go ahead and continue wiring it up. Now I'm going to pull the wire down from back behind that light, and as I pull it down, then I will tie wrap it behind the frame and go back towards the front of the vehicle. And now I'm putting the tail light back in. Also, I just noticed that one of my reverse lights was out, so I went on ahead and pulled. It was actually on the other side. It wasn't working, and I pulled the bulb, and I don't know if you can see it, but the bulb looks good. The bulb actually looks like it's working correctly, but after testing it, does not look good. So the meter is in ohms, and we put these together. This test to make sure that my meter is working correctly. Power is going from one side to the other. And when I try to do the same thing with this bulb, unfortunately we're not getting anything. So it's the bulb, it's not the circuit. So that tells me that it is a problem with the bulb. So I'll be buying another bulb. Alright, so what I've decided to do is mount the camera on top of my trailer hitch receiver. There's a little bit of space here, and it looks like it's the perfect place to put it, so that if I want to, once I put my ball mount here and put that in and mount, it'll look directly out at the ball, and then it'll be able to see directly where I'm backing up to, you know, so when I stop, I'll know exactly where to stop at or where to adjust. And the system in the front also has a delay that I can program, so that once I put it in drive, it'll still be on for a few seconds as I pull up, and then I can come back. So I think the camera being right there would be a good place to put it. So now that the camera is mounted in the back above the trailer hitch, I'm going to turn the monitor on and see what it looks like. So I just turned it on, and that's what it looks like. So it looks pretty good. Pretty much that's exactly what I want to see. So when I'm reversing, I can see exactly where that ball is going to be at. And then I can stop instead of going and jumping out and jumping back in, and you know, this is a perfect view. So yeah, I think that'll work just fine. So I just realized what this is. This actually is a shield that it comes, not a shield, but like a sun shield that it comes with for the display. So I've got it installed now, and I'm gonna tape it down, and I'll put the shield on, the sun's shield on to help with it, and we'll go from there. Alright, so now the sun shield is on. I'm gonna crank it up and show you what happens now, because basically now that it's wired up, when I go to put it in reverse, the unit will show up, and as you can see, it shows very clearly what's going on behind me. So now I can back my hitch up if I have it. I took it out, but if I want to, I can back it up, and once I go forward, I have the delay, so when I go into drive, it goes back off, but I have time to move up if I want to, then go backwards if I want to. It comes right back on. So I'm gonna move up. And go backwards. So yep, works pretty good. And like I said, I can manually turn it on if I want to. So yep, that's pretty much it for the 7-inch monitor. Like I say, I'm gonna put this sticky tape underneath it and wire it up so that it's not using my my outlet here, and that's pretty much it.